Hey guys, JoJo here. Let's talk about Avengers Infinity War. If you guys haven't seen it by now, I don't know what to tell y'all. It's been out for like weeks now. So yeah, if you don't want to hear spoilers, go to the next video or I don't know, maybe go watch the movie. Let me preface this by saying that I really did not enjoy the first two Avengers. I know, gasp. How dare I, right? No, those movies are fun and all, but I don't know, it just seemed like there were too many characters all crammed into one movie. The villains were never that great. Just nothing very memorable in my opinion, besides maybe the Hulk and Hulkbuster scene from the first Avengers. That was pretty cool. Aside from that, I really didn't care too much for those first two movies. But don't get me wrong, I do like the standalone Marvel movies and I do enjoy each individual character. So yeah, it's just the Avengers movies that I had issues with. Going into this one, I was like, we'll see how it is. It's probably gonna be the same old, like, you know, the same old corny jokes, and yeah, who knows how Thanos is gonna be looking, because he was looking a little weird in the previews, in my opinion, and so yeah, I was not excited at all. But once the movie started, you saw like the stakes were high, and that was one of my main gripes in Civil War. They were trying to make it seem like the stakes were high in that movie when they actually weren't. But in this movie, like, everything mattered, everything counted, and in the end, you know, there wasn't a happy ending, and that's what I really liked. I really felt like at any moment, any one of them could go. You know, you never really knew who was next. Thanos was very impressive. Josh Brolin did an outstanding job with him. And seeing his performance, I was so shocked and it was so captivating. I really loved Josh's performance as Thanos. That was probably my favorite thing about the movie, to be honest. Before this, I didn't really care too much about Thanos. I'm not gonna lie. I just, you know, I've always been more of a DC girl, so I have still to this day haven't really delved too much into Marvel. I have been collecting more and more Marvel comics as of late, but yeah, I'm still in the collecting phase and need to, you know, kind of fill runs so that I can read through them. But yeah, I mean, I always knew that he was similar to Darkseid, but I didn't know exactly, like, too many details about him or anything. I love the CGI, and just throughout the movie was on point. Nothing really looked jarring or fake. I think the only thing that I really caught that was like, oh, that looks a little rough right there was, when Bruce Banner was inside of the Hulkbuster and it was like cracked open so you could see Bruce just sitting in there. That looked pretty rough to me, but everything else in terms of CGI looked great, I thought. I think my favorite scene was one of the last ones with Tom Holland when he, spoilers, last call guys, if you didn't watch the movie, get out of here. So yeah, when Tom Holland goes, oh my god, it was so heart-wrenching. I almost cried. I was real close. I didn't. You know when you like really hold it, but you can feel it right here. There's like a huge knot in your throat. Yeah, that was me. But yeah, I held it in. But that was sad though. Oh my god. And he played it so well. Like, when he starts begging, like, oh, I don't even want to think about it. I'm gonna start crying right here. Everyone else was really good as well, honestly, but Tom Holland and Josh Brolin were definitely the highlights in my opinion. What else can I say about this amazing movie? And I loved the ending of the movie. I love the fact that there's a cliffhanger because it keeps me wanting more. I want to know, like, what happened. I love the fact that the stakes were so high and people are gone now, you know? I like that the consequences are so dire, and you know, that just makes Thanos even more menacing. Just the fact that he was able to snap his fingers and poof, you know, half the population's gone. Like, that is nuts and so intimidating. And it's so crazy because not only was he like physically imposing, like just, you know, commands every scene, but I mean, the fact that, you know, all he has to do is snap his finger once he has all the stones, like, that's crazy. That's so scary. I also really liked what they did towards the end of the movie with Thanos' arc. I like where they left off with it. It's really open to interpretation. You know, some people think he died, other people think he's in the Soul Stone. It could be either. I mean, we definitely know he's going to come back because they say so in the credits, so I don't know, but I can't wait to find out, I'll tell you that. I really thought they did such a good job with pacing in this one. Finally learned their lesson, I guess. Yeah, I thought all the characters got a moment, and I really thoroughly enjoyed all of their stories. It's also been pretty interesting to see the MCU kind of correct all the criticisms of their previous villains and kind of make these newer villains popping up like Killmonger and Thanos be a lot more like humanized, and you know, their motives are just a lot more, I don't want to say relatable, but understandable. So yeah, that's been neat. I really like that. I like the fact that we are knowing more about these characters, and like, you know, yeah, of course, you know, in comics you're always gonna get, you know, the villains for the sake of villainy, you know, but it's nice to see that they have some kind of background, especially if you're gonna have us become so invested in this character that the whole movie is revolving around. Yeah, we have to know a little more about that person, and I thought that Marvel did an excellent job with doing so. And, you know, obviously he has hands down got to be my favorite MCU villain. Like, got to. I mean, that's not even a question, you know. So, as for nitpicks and gripes, I don't really have too many, but one that does come to mind is during that scene towards the end of the movie when Thanos lands in Wakanda and starts just fighting off all the Avengers who are coming at him one by one. It's pretty much a gauntlet of superheroes that he has to face. Off to the side, we have Scarlet Witch and the Vision. And, you know, they're going through their whole ordeal of, you know, Scarlet Witch not wanting to destroy the Mind Stone that is implanted in the Vision's head, but she knows she has to, and he's trying to convince her to do it to save the world or the universe. And, you know, she's devastated. Anyways, they take their time with it, to say the least. And there's this one shot. It's a wide shot. And then it's toward, like, once Thanos is done, like, obliterating all of the superheroes, he starts kind of rushing towards them. And you see just, like, how close Thanos was to Scarlet Witch and the Vision the whole time. Like, he was over here just, like, a few feet away, just, like, fighting all the other superheroes, when he could have just gone straight to the Vision and did what he needed to do. Because if he's that powerful, I feel like he could have just went straight to the Mind Stone and not, you know, entertained all of the other heroes. But maybe that's what he was doing. Maybe he was just messing with them and having his fun, you know, like earlier in the movie with Hulk. So that could have been it, maybe. But I don't know, he just seemed like, it seemed like he was so close to them that it was just kind of silly, I thought. But anyways, aside from that, I will say it was a little weird seeing Thanos cry during the part where, you know, he realizes he has to kill Gamora. I don't know. It felt a little overly sentimental for him and his character. But I get it, and it still worked. It just was a little bit, I don't want to say cheesy, but I don't know. It was just kind of hard to believe, considering that you know, he has no problem like ending the lives of half the universe if he had to. You know what I mean? So, I mean, obviously he loved Gamora, supposedly, so there's that. What else? I think that's about it, to be honest. I really loved it. I'm not gonna lie, it was my favorite Marvel movie, my favorite MCU villain. I thought Marvel did an excellent job with just dividing all the time into, you know, properly, so that we get a special moment with each of the superheroes, you know, which I don't think they really did too well in the previous Avengers. So this was awesome. Yeah, I just really enjoyed all of their story arcs throughout. Again, I'm not going to go through each and every one of them just because it'll take forever to do that, and I want to keep this video a little shorter. But yeah, what more can I say? Excellent job. Just an awesome movie. I would suggest it to anybody. And don't hesitate. If you didn't like the previous Avengers movies, you might like this one. I mean, I definitely did. I'm not going to say everybody will like it, because, you know, if you're just one of those, you know, superhero movie haters, then you're probably not going to like it anyways. But, you know, can't change everyone's mind. But, alright guys, that's about it for this video. If you liked it, give me a like or subscribe, or both. I don't hate it. And you could also catch me on Twitter and on Instagram at PopDotComix. And I guess I'll catch y'all over there. Later.